All right, Monday morning. So, beginning of a new week. Last week was pretty good. I took the day off on Friday. Had a great week Monday through Thursday. And, right now I'm on, going in Monday morning, I'm on 5 consecutive green days. So, can I make today the 6th consecutive green day? We'll see what we can do. By the time you guys are watching this, you'll know whether it's a red day or a green day. One of the things that's kind of interesting right now, as I was kind of getting ready this morning, I was asking myself, how much did I make on Thursday? And how much did I make last week? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I could roughly guess, like, approximately how much I made. But for me, that's a really big step forward to not be so fixated on, where I'm at, month to date, and if I'm up 22,000 month to date, that means I've still got $18,000 before I hit my $40,000 monthly goal, and that means I need to be averaging this amount each day. And I've kind of found that at a certain point it becomes more distracting than helpful to have those kind of goals, or to be not the goals, but to have that kind of constant measuring tape right in front of you. So one of the things I did this month, after having kind of a tough finish to the month of October, I decided this month that I was going to take my my sort of account balance off of my platform, so I wouldn't be able to see how much I was up or down on the month, knowing, I started the month at this amount of money in the account. And so, it's very easy to see from that perspective, wow, it's been 3 weeks, my account's not growing, or my account's down, or my account's up this much, or whatever. And that has felt like a weight off my shoulders. And that each day when I'm coming in, I'm coming in just to try to have a good day, have a green day, hit my daily goal if I can, which with 2,000 shares right now is about $500. And, whatever that puts me on the month or on the week is great, but I'm not fixated on it. And, the challenge is, I think the reason that I'm in this mindset of, checking my kind of daily progress on the month and everything is because it's kind of been indoctrinated in me that that's what I need to do, because when I was starting trading, when I was first getting started, I needed every penny I could get in order to pay my bills. And so it got me into this habit of constantly checking in. Have I made my progress? Have I gotten what I need to get? And then just sort of maintaining that. If you have the benefit of learning to trade when you're not 100% dependent on every penny you make as a trader, I think it's going to position you to have a lot less stress. Stress, the difference between an expectation you set for yourself and where your current reality is, and that tension, that stress can help pull you to the goal, but it can also make you emotionally impulsive, and it can really be counterproductive. So today, as I go in, whether it's a red day or a green day, I'll just try to take good quality trades. Hopefully the market's on my side. I see good quality setups, and get the week off to a good start. But it's kind of like today can just sit all by itself. It's today, how I trade is not going to be based on where I'm at on the month or the week or anything else. It's just today is for today. And that's a nice feeling. So hopefully that's a little helpful for some of you guys. And let's get into today's recap. All right, so here we are, 6th consecutive green day. I did it. It's great. Great way to start the week. I'm going to finish the morning here up $456, trading with 2,000 shares, max share size, as I get ready for my small account challenge starting a week from today, which is exciting. So this morning I traded 2 stocks, JAN, J-A-N, and PECK, P-E-C-K. And I actually went down about $500 in the red on my first trade. Actually, it was my second trade. So I kind of had a little bit of a rough start today. That's the deepest in the red that I've gone in the last like 2 weeks. And I kind of thought, I was like, all right, well, today's probably going to be a red day, but that's okay. You know, what I'll try to do is take a couple of base hits, and if I can soften the blow, if I can cut my loss in half, hey, you know, that's awesome. If I can cut it in, you know, just by 20%, that's good too. I don't want to go further down. And so, as you guys know, I have a max loss set on my account. It's actually at $990. So if I'm down more than $990, I cannot take a new trade. I can close open positions, but I can't take any new positions. So that helps me manage my risk. So, you know, obviously I know I have that line in the sand. If I have 3 consecutive losers, then at that point I'm going to be done for the day. But I didn't hit any of those triggers today. So Jan, you know, this is one of those stocks that, you know, is always going to kind of question my decision not to trade pre-market, because this is what it looked like pre-market. It went from $3.50 up to a high of $7.30. So it just totally took off pre-market, up 166%, 1.5 million share float, about 1 million shares of volume pre-market. The bell rings, first candle, high volume, and it's red. So this was basically the way we opened. Now I did 2 trades through this area, or actually 3 in the first few minutes. All right, so let's back this up. So my first trade on this stock here was, let's see, let me just go back. All right, so my very first trade was, I got long at 682, anticipating the break over 7, and that was on this candle right here. All right, so I was anticipating the break over 7. It popped up to 690, and then it hit a high. Let's see. Sorry. Yeah, no, that's no. This is. Oh no, sorry. Let me go back. This was where I took the first trade right here. So right here I was in at 680, and 682 is my entry, and I took profit at 690 and 688. And then it dipped down. As you can see, it dropped here all the way down to a low of 615. It then surges back up, and I got back in right here a second time at 690. All right, that was right here. It hits a high of 698 and then drops. And on that second trade there, I lost 500 bucks. So on the first trade, I made like $70, and then on the second trade, I lost, you know, 600 or so. So I was down $500 on the day, which was pretty disappointing. It then squeezes back up. It taps 698. It pulls back, and then right here, I get in, and we get the break of 7. A quick rip up to 720. I'm taking profit on the ask. I'm selling at 618, or sorry, 718, 715, and then it drops down to 630, and I sold the rest as it dropped back down. And so on that trade, I made back about $200. It was a quick entry. I took some profit and then, you know, made back a little bit. So I had that trade, and then I had my last trade on it, which was right here, where I got in for the break of 620. As it was curling back up through the VWAP, I got back in at 620. We got that pop here up to 630, and then another false breakout. So today was really tricky with false breakouts. Big false breakout here. A smaller false breakout right here. This one did another one right here, and then it did kind of another one, I guess, in this area. So really kind of disappointing that the cleanest price action on it by far was pre-market. And then, of course, by the time the bell was ringing, it had like 10 green candles in a row, and it of course, felt extended, and the risk felt high, and I just wasn't able to find profit on it. So that was Jam. Now, at that point, I was down as of, I don't know, 950 or so. I was down 346 on the day, and I was thinking, well, I don't know that I'm going to be able to get out of the hole today because I'm not seeing anything else that looks good. So if it's a red day, it's a red day. KZIA, that one a couple of you guys were watching. I took a look at it. Interesting, possible red to green setup. It started to open up right here, almost got halted, but then couldn't break over that level. So didn't get the breakout there, no trades on it. And then all of a sudden, a couple of you guys said, hey, PEC is halted. And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, it's halted on 9,000 shares of volume. Like, I'm not interested. And that was right here when it was halted at, I think it was 336. It resumes from the halt. It squeezes up to 410. Halted a second time. So then I was like, all right, wow, okay. I guess this thing is moving. It then resumes from that halt, and it hits a high of 493. It dips down. I buy it around 450. It surges up to a high of 543. I take my profit. I'm out of the trade. I then wait for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high, which was this candle right here. Entry at 465, pops up to 95. Made a little bit on that. It didn't hold that level. Stopped out, and this was another false breakout. I then got back in right here as it curled up and broke through VWAP, thinking it was going to break over 5. Got stopped out on that one. So again, kind of a little bit of a tricky day. Had to be pretty quick with your entries and exits. But if you were dialed in with the correct entry points and you managed your risk well, today was a day where you could find some profit. So $456 in the green from 500 in the red is a great day. My daily goal right now is $500. 500 a day with 2,000 shares, that's a terrific day. I'm going to be happy with that, especially after having seen the red today and been able to bounce back. I was up about 650 before the last trade. And that thing I always say, that every day when you're trading, you're either giving back profit or you're leaving money on the table. Today, I gave back a little profit, right? I was up 650. I took that extra trade, and now I'm up only 450. So gave back a little profit today. Probably last week, there were certainly days where I left money on the table. I wasn't as aggressive as I could have been. And, I kind of walk away thinking I could have made a lot more if I'd stepped up to the plate. But, that's the way it goes. I think generally speaking, as long as you're consistently taking profit and walking away with more than you started with, you're making the right decision there. And generally that means walking away before you overstay your welcome. So what I'm going to do for you guys watching on Facebook, you can jump over to YouTube. I will upload this with my screencast right here. So you guys will see all of this on YouTube in a couple hours. And I want to remind you guys that our Black Friday sales are currently underway. And we have about 275 or so seats still remaining. So what we did this year, we limited total enrollment to 500 students for chat room, simulator, starter, and pro. All right, so across the board, the coupon code could only be used 500 times. And we gave first access to our existing students and priority access students. You guys have used coupon codes. We now have some available for the general public, Facebook, YouTube followers, and so I just encourage you guys to go check out that landing page. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. All right, you guys, so that's it for me. Another green day. And this is obviously a little bit of a short week. We've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Markets closed on Thursday for Thanksgiving. And then Friday, a lot of people won't be here. I'm planning on trading in the morning, or at least logging in and looking at the watch list and hoping that we find something. But I don't expect that there will be it's kind of a wild card, because sometimes when there's not a lot of people trading, if there's one stock that's really obvious, everyone ends up focusing on that one, and then you get this huge move. So that may happen. So I will show up, and we'll see if we can get anything started. But if not, it might just be a kind of early start to the weekend. All right, you guys, so that's it for me. I hope you guys have a great afternoon, great rest of the day, and I'll see you all first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, bye, you guys. Hey, did you know that I go live every single morning between 9 and 9:15 to stream my pre-market watch list? Subscribe to the channel, press the bell for the alert, and you'll get the notification.